Hello and welcome to another wonderful webinar from Liquid Web and our fabulous partner community. I'm lucky enough to be joined today by Lauren Gilbert. She works with Memberful, so she is our resident membership site expert. And she is going to teach us today how to build a membership site using Memberful. Lauren is the Director of Customer Success over there, and as a graduate teacher, her focus is teaching independent publishers, educators, and creators how to sell memberships to their audience and build a sustainable business. I'm so happy to have you here today, Lauren. We've been talking for several months now, and I think we've had this in the works almost since day one of our introduction. So I'm excited that we're finally able to do this for our partner community.
Me too. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm really excited to chat with your community today, and just happy for the invite, and happy to share what we do at Memberful and see if it's a good fit.
Yeah, absolutely. So during the webinar, if you are joining us live and you have questions, please feel free to pop those into that questions panel in the GoToWebinar their software and we will get that to you. If you're watching the recording, feel free to reach out to myself or to Lauren and ask us questions. We're both happy to help you any way that we possibly can to use membership site and WordPress in the most effective way. So anyway, I'm going to quit now, and Lauren, I'm going to let you take over.
Great. Well, I'm glad to meet all of you. And as Lindsay said, my name is Lauren Gilbert, and I'm the Director of Customer Success at Memberful. And I work with a small but mighty team to help new customers on board with Memberful and make the most out of the tool and set up a membership site. So I'm excited to talk to you about that today. And so I'm going to just go ahead and switch myself off, and we're going to jump right into the presentation. All right. So you're likely here because you're looking for a way to easily build a WordPress membership site. And I definitely want to get into that today. But before we get into the how, I really want to start with the why. So why would you choose to build a membership site in the first place? What would drive you to do something like that for yourself, or perhaps you're building a membership site for a customer? Well, there are three very important reasons. You likely want to own and manage a direct relationship with your audience, and we want that relationship to be free from ads and algorithms. You probably want to build a sustainable business that lets you build on your own terms. And you also want to probably receive reliable and significant recurring revenue for your work. And all three of these are really good reasons to choose membership for yourself or for your client. Now that we understand the why, I think it's important to understand the who. So who builds membership sites? What kind of people want to offer memberships to their audience? And with Memberful, we found that the people that come to us, our customers, fall into a couple of categories. So you'll see here that we've called out publishers, creators, educators, and service providers. So an example of a publisher would be this gentleman, John Ostrower. He's actually a former CNN reporter, and he started the Air Current, where he talks all things aviation, if that's your thing. And we also work with really big creators like Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning. If you're into YouTube, they have over 15 million subscribers, and they are working with Memberful to create a members-only community for their super fans, and they call it the Mythical Society. So that's a cool site worth checking out. We also work with Sue Bryce, who is a world famous photographer, and she has a site called Sue Bryce Education, where she teaches photographers how to run a successful photography business, and she has all kinds of courses on her site related to that. And you might even be surprised that we integrate with a lot of service providers. One such service provider is Howler, and what they do is they send automated PR campaigns to relevant journalists in a particular niche. So really, whether you're a publisher, a creator, or an educator, or even a service provider, you can use memberships to create a sustainable business. Now that we understand the why and the who, we're moving on to the how. How can you offer memberships? Well, we feel that Memberful is the best way to do that, and it makes it really easy to sell memberships to your audience. And you can see we have a couple of tweets here from happy customers, and they use words like, really easy, speedy, good customer support, and we have a lot of really great customers that are happy to recommend Memberful because it's easy to set up, reliable, and also helps you create a sustainable business. So the next thing, now that we know the why and the who and the how, we've got this here, which is basically to say that the way you use Memberful is you create your plans, you generate a purchase link, and you add it to your site, and then you integrate with all the tools that you already know and love. And this is just showing you that your members have a great experience, you have a powerful dashboard, and you can plug into everything you're already using. Our focus today is going to be, of course, WordPress, and we're also going to touch on MailChimp and Discourse and Stripe for payment processing. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to do a demo and be able to see how you design a plan, how you add a purchase link to your website, and of course you're going to maintain 100% control because it's your website and your brand, your design. Memberful just works quietly in the background. And of course, you're going to be able to protect content for members only using the Memberful WordPress plugin, and everything's 100% secure because we protect server side. And then your customers can sign up and just click a purchase link on your site, and it will open up in the Memberful overlay, so it feels like a natural extension of your site, and they feel like they've never left the whole experience, and that's the direct relationship they have with you. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to jump into a demo. So I'm going to go ahead and get that ready for you right now. Hopefully everyone's enjoying so far, and we'll get this going straight away.
Yeah, Lauren, this information is really good. I love seeing the customers that are using Memberful too and the different use cases. That's really exciting.
Yeah, I think we have a customer from all different walks of life, and that means that everyone's welcome at Memberful, and it's all about your imagination, your creativity, and how you want to implement the tools that we provide.
That's perfect, especially for you as a former teacher. I think it probably speaks to your heart a little bit, doesn't it?
It really does. Yeah, I really love talking to people from all over the world in all different industries and helping them find the best way to use Memberful.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'm excited to see this demo, so I'll let you continue.
Yes. So what you're seeing here is the Memberful dashboard, and this is where you're going to sign in and manage your memberships. And this is the hub for everything. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in, and we're using a test site called Jen's Bakery. So if you notice kind of like a baking theme, then you'll understand why. So when you sign in straight away, you're going to see all these important metrics that you already that you need to run a successful business. And of course, we're going to the settings tab. Now over on the settings tab, I'm going to click I'm using WordPress, and then I'm going to copy the registration link here, and we're going to add it into the plugin field in WordPress. So I'll just go ahead and copy, jump over to WordPress, and I go to Settings, Memberful, and pop in the registration key. Great. So now you can see that the integration is active, and we're syncing the two plans that I already have in my dashboard. Back over to Memberful. Now we can see we're connected to Jen's Bakery, and our WordPress connection is good and strong. Let's head over to the Plans tab, and you can see I already have two plans, but I'll click New Plan, and we'll go ahead and create a new plan for our membership site called Premium Bakers. I'm going to price it at $100. And then down here at the plan type, we've got 4 different plan types. I want to use standard, which renews indefinitely, but there's a fixed plan that renews for a set number of payments, then stops. There's also a lifetime plan, and that plan never renews, and it's a one-time payment. And lastly, we also have a date-based plan, which can renew on a specific date every year, but we'll choose standard. For renewal frequency, I'm going to go ahead and choose yearly. And auto renew starts just means that this plan is going to renew indefinitely unless the member toggles off auto renew later on in their account, which I'm going to show you how they can do that. You can also offer a free trial with or without credit card. And I think I'll go ahead and enable credit card required. And I'll set it for 7 days. Cool. So the next thing I want to do is add a plan group. So I've already created one, and I just called it Jen's Bakery. And a plan group basically allows your members to upgrade or downgrade between plans. So if you have like several tiers or a monthly and a yearly, then you can have them all in one plan group. And that way your members can hopefully upgrade and downgrade if they need to. So for the redirect URL, that's just a page that you can send your members after they sign up. So I like to put in like a welcome page of sorts. And of course, it's your website, it's your business, you can do whatever you like, but this is something I like to do. And then you just click Create Plan. As soon as we click this button, you'll see straight away at the top of the screen, we generate a plan purchase link. And it's this purchase link that we're going to add to a button on our WordPress website. So all I need to do now here is go ahead and copy it and bring it over. And in WordPress, we also have short codes if you don't want to use this link, and the short codes will actually generate a text-based link. So here I'm back in WordPress and I'm going to my home page. And all I did down here was create this sort of pricing table. So I created kind of 3 tiers. One's a freemium tier, and I just added a Memberful free registration link in that button. I had already created a $10 monthly tier for pro bakers. And then we just created our premium baker tier for $100. So now we have the purchase link, and I'm going to go ahead and click this column that I created and just add that URL straight away to the button. I'll just apply it. I'll update the column, and I'll also update this WordPress page. So it's as easy as that. The next thing I want to do is just show you what this looks like from a member's perspective. So they come to your page, and once you have Memberful integrated, if they click any of the buttons, then you'll see the form opens up in the overlay, which is kind of a pop-up window, and it keeps customers on your site. So it's not a complicated form with multiple steps. We don't take them from a window or to a cart. They just click the link, and straight away they can sign up. Now, you might not have noticed the button color was black on my forms. That's something that you can choose. It doesn't have to be black for you. You can choose any color you like. So now we're back in WordPress admin, and I'm going to go to that welcome members page that I talked about earlier in the plan settings. Remember I said we want to redirect to this page? I just added a bit of information for new members. I just welcome them to the community. And I also added 3 kind of images, and each of these images is hyperlinked to a category in WordPress. So this is a bread category. We also have a cupcakes category here in the middle. And then, of course, a cookies category, because this is a baking site after all, although I'm not the best baker myself. Now, down here at the bottom, there's a Memberful restrict access box, and I just checked off the premium bakers plan. What this means is only people who are premium bakers can see the content above. And then this box is for people who aren't members or members who aren't signed in. So the become a member just links them back to the home page. And now we're going to use our short codes to add a sign in button for members. And when they sign in through Memberful, we sign them into WordPress. So I'm just going to go ahead and update this page. And just to recap, the top of the page or the regular WordPress post is what members will see, and the bottom is what non-members or people who aren't signed in will see. So I'm heading back to posts, and you can see here now that I actually have 3 different recipe posts. And by the magic of this webinar, I've already protected them with Memberful. Don't ask, it's just done. But just to show you here, we've got a beautiful unicorn cupcake recipe at the top, and then at the bottom, we've protected this page only for people on the premium bakers plan. So we'll head back to posts in just a minute here. Actually here, we're gonna go to appearance menus. So I wanna show you one more thing before we actually check out as a member. So there's something here called Memberful links, and I've just clicked sign in, sign out an account and added it to my menu. And then I just changed the word sign in to log out and log in, and you can change what they say, but all that really means is that you're giving your members a way to sign in and out, and you're also adding an account link, which is how they can manage their membership with you. It's how they can change their email address, update their credit card, and even toggle off auto renew if they don't want to continue. So I don't need to add these again because I've already added them. Also want to point out categories. So I created a couple of categories, and I've also added those to my menus so my members can easily navigate between the different posts and find the ones they want to look at. Keep in mind, this is your website and you can set it up any way you like. This is just a really basic way to show you how you might want to set it up and organize it for your members. Okay, so far I hope you're with me. So we've logged out as an administrator, and now we've hit up the site as if we were a prospective member. So the site looks great, but if I try to go to a recipe and I'm not logged in, I get the oops, this is pages for members only. Then once again, I'm prompted to sign in or join the community. And that's exactly what I want to do. So let's go ahead and log out as a member. So I'm going to click join now. And then I'm going to pick a name here. Let's go with Lisa, trouble spelling today. Lisa Smith, lisa@smith.test. And I'll put a password. And you'll notice here, I'm putting in a test credit card. This is from a test credit card that Stripe provides, because we're in test payment mode, which means you can test out Memberful without being charged or charging anybody. So now I'm going to click start your free trial, and we're ready to go. So you can see the form is really easy to fill out. It's quick to fill out. Your customers, will have no trouble at all getting that filled in, and then the order is complete. And we'll close that window, and straight away, just as we planned, we're redirected to the Welcome Members page. So you can set this up however you like, and now actually the logins become a logout. And so now your members can enjoy the website. So they can go to any of these recipes. They can even look at the different categories in your menu. But if I click the bread one, then straight away, you can see I can now access that bodacious banana cake recipe that was locked before. Same for the cookie recipe. And I suspect the same thing for the cupcakes recipe. So everything is available now that I'm a logged in paid member. Now, if I click the Your Account button, this is where members can manage their information. And this, once again, opens in the Memberful overlay. I can change my name, my email address, I can update my credit card. And most importantly, if I don't want to participate anymore, I can turn off auto renew. So your customers don't need to contact you if they need to change their information or change their subscription. They can do it all on their own right from their website. And in fact, they can even change plans. So earlier we talked about plan groups. So the good news is that your members can switch and change between plans, and they don't need to contact you. So it's quite a really user-friendly, easy experience for your members, which is great because you'll have less customer support questions. So now I logged out and I set a redirect so that my logged out members end up on this silly waving cat page. But let's go back to the dashboard. We'll head to the Members tab, and there you can see Lisa Smith. So that's the member we just logged out with. And you can see she purchased the Premium Baker's plan, and it was $0 because she's on a trial, and the plan will renew on June 26th. Now you have all kinds of options for managing your members in the dashboard. So you have all the control to do what you need, whether you're changing the renewal date or turning on or off auto renew, or whatever you need to do, you can do here in the dashboard. The other thing I want to show you is this activity tab. So we know that Lisa just made a new order, but perhaps there's other types of activity you want to see on your site. So there's Lisa. You might also want to see all your members who disabled auto renew, or your members who enabled auto renew, and even export that information. So all of that is totally possible in the dashboard. You have tons of activity feeds and all kinds of export information. Something else that's really cool is the email templates that we have. We send out well-timed, relevant transactional emails that increase retention. So you can see a couple of them here. Credit card expired, subscription expired. We catch people before they accidentally churn, and renewals go up by 14% when people use these emails. So it's super handy, and we send them out on your behalf, so you've got nothing to worry about. No need to chase anybody down. Okay, let's go back to integrate services. So we've already integrated WordPress, but you might know that the other two super popular integrations with Memberful are MailChimp and Discourse. And all you do with MailChimp is you activate it, connect to a list, and bingo. Anyone who's signed up through Memberful will get added to your list. So why don't we head over to MailChimp and have a look at what that looks like. But this could be a really powerful part of your membership offering. You might have a members only newsletter, or you might want to send updates just to members only. And our integration lets you do that. So over to MailChimp. So this is my MailChimp list. And as you can see, there's a column called Memberful Plans. And what this means is anyone who's on a paid subscription will be included in a Memberful group. And the group is basically the Memberful plan. So if you want to say all your paid subscribers, you could just choose our paid subscriber segment, and then you can see everybody on your list who's actually a paid active member. Now, if you want to get more granular and make a really specific segment, you can create your own. You just go Memberful Plans and choose the plan you want to specify. And once again, there's our famous Lisa at Smith.test, and she's the only member on the Premium Baker's plan right now. So the reason this is handy is because when you want to send out an email, you probably want to send a targeted email. And if you want to send to paid subscribers, all you do is choose the paid subscriber segment. And we even have a segment for members without a paid subscription, and you might want to send them a completely different email. So the MailChimp integration lets you do that. Now, Discourse is a super cool discussion forum platform that a lot of our customers use to offer a members-only community part of their membership. And right here, you just connect with Discourse. We have a dedicated integration. And once you do connect with Discourse, then you have some new options in your plan settings. So we'll go to the Plans tab, Premium Bakers, and the Plan settings. And you'll see a new option called Discourse Group. So what that means is you create a group in Discourse, and then you can protect different categories for that group. So I'll choose this group called Members Only. And back in Discourse, I have already specified which categories the members only people should see. So that's already done. And I'll just save the changes. Okie dokie, so everything is saved. So now members of the Premium Bakers plan will be able to access the Discourse categories that I've specified. So we'll go ahead and sign out. We're going to head back to Jen's Bakery, and you can see I added a community link on my site. And this actually links to the Discourse forum, which is on a subdomain. Now, if someone tries to go to it and they're not a member, they'll be forced to log in through the Memberful single sign-on screen, which you can see here. So let's continue with our test user, Lisa Smith, and we'll have her sign in for the to the Discourse community for the first time. So this is her first time signing in, so she's got a little notification, and now she can go into any of the topics and participate in the discussion. Now, of course, there's nothing too exciting here because this is just a sort of test Discourse forum, but you can see that it would be really valuable for your members to be able to access that kind of forum. And we manage the access for members only. So now we end up back at the dashboard here where you can see the Memberful dashboard, which we started off with, which is where you can track all the important metrics that are important to your business. And of course, one last thing to remember is Memberful starts in test mode, which means you can use test credit cards and try everything out until you're really ready to get started. And only at that point is when you would connect with Stripe for payment processing. And you get to have your own Stripe account and maintain control of that. And none of your customers' secure or private information is on your servers or our servers. It's all securely sent to Stripe and captured there. So that's Memberful in a nutshell, really. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and stop showing my screen for a moment here, and we'll go back to the other presentation, and we'll start with the Q&A.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lauren. That was really great information. You know, I found you through my husband, Corey Miller, found Memberful, and, you know, our relationship with you through him, and he's using this on his site. And I was not aware of all of the integrations at all. Like, and I think that's really makes your offering incredibly powerful.
Yes, I think thank you for that. I think the cool thing about Memberful is that the word people use often is lightweight. It's so lightweight, yet I can use it and pick the tools I want to use. So I think of Memberful as the best way to sell memberships to our audience, and we want to be the best at memberships, member management, the interface for the site administrator, the interface for the customers. That's our focus. But we want to let you connect with the tools that you already use. MailChimp is focused on email. Mm-hmm. Discourse is a dedicated Discourse forum. So they're the best at what they do. So we want you to be able to integrate with the best-in-class tools that you need, instead of kind of giving you everything but the kitchen sink that you might not need. So it's sort of a decentralized solution, and you can pick and choose the tools you want. So you have customers who simply offer a paid email newsletter. That's their offering. Then they connect Memberful with MailChimp or ConvertKit or Drip or Campaign Monitor. Mm-hmm. You have Memberfuls who solely have a Discourse forum. So they don't have a WordPress site. They might just connect with Discourse. And of course, a lot of our members use WordPress to gate content on their site. You have members-only videos, members-only recipes, anything you can imagine people are doing, like I said, from the Mythical Society all the way to people doing piano courses. So there's really Memberful is great for creators of all kinds and can be as robust as you need it to be to connect with different tools, or as simple as adding purchase links to your site because you're looking for support for a local newspaper. So yeah, it's lightweight and it's flexible, it's reliable and easy to use for members and for the site administrator who's building the membership site.
Right. Well, I think you covered it, but Abby, in one of our attendees today, she came in a little bit late, sent a question over through the questions panel, and just kind of asked, she has a business that has digital products as well as physical things. So she does a membership that's where she mails things out. Memberful, I'm guessing you were like, oh, it's robust. I'm guessing can cover all of that. So you can have digital aspects of the membership and also some integrations where people can actually receive some type of a physical good or product.
Absolutely. Two things. So I didn't show you this, but in your plan settings, you can decide to collect an address. So if you need to collect an address, you can do that. You can export the addresses and provide it to your, your product provider, whoever's actually mailing out those things, and put them on labels. So that's easy. And the other thing is something I didn't mention in terms of digital products is we also have a downloads feature. So you might want to include a PDF or an MP3 with your offering, and you can sell them as standalone products, or you can include them with a plan. So I didn't point it out just to not do an information overload, but in the plan settings, you can say, this plan comes with this ebook and this MP3 or whatever. And we have customers, one in particular I'm thinking of is like a social media expert, and her offering is giving like different social media ideas every month and templates. So every month she adds new downloads to Memberful, and the members can just log in to the little overlay account, and there will be a little downloads tab next to subscriptions, and they can just download their downloads. So there's all different, it's fun talking about it because there really is so many interesting ways to use Memberful, and I'm constantly surprised. Like we have one customer who runs like a health center with massages, and she sells like massage packages. So, ongoing like up to 6 massages every month, and it's a recurring subscription. So it's really interesting, and I find it really exciting to see the different ways people use Memberful.
Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, well, I think that's all we have for today. I did forget to tell you one thing, Lauren. When the webinar ends, it just ends and we disappear from each other. So thank you so much for joining us today. It was lovely getting to hear so much about Memberful. As always, these recordings are available in our partner gateway at Liquid Web. If you are not a partner and you want to be, email me at lmiller@liquidweb.com, and I would be happy to help you out with that. And in the meantime, until next time. So thank you, Lauren.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.